Why is it Kadosh Baruch Hu so critical of a woman that's immodest? Because, Rabotai, this is one of the fundamentals of creation in itself. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Am Yisrael, Kedoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani, you be holy because I am holy, he says to them that your holiness is your modesty. But that holiness didn't begin with you, but rather it began at the time of creation. When? Literally creation. The Midrash Rabbah in Parashat Yudchet, Chelek Bet, 18:2. After you read this Midrash, you'll see how foolish people are when they say, no, I only read the written Torah. I don't go with those Midrashim. It's all fables and fairy tales. You know what that means? Anytime somebody tells you a Midrash is a fairy tale or it's a nonsense, you know what that means? They never read it. That's what it means. Because the amount of wisdom that you see in the Midrashim, you simply will never arrive at an inkling of Yirat Shamayim without it. But let's see. Rabbi Yoshua of Sichnin said in the name of Rabbi Levi, from the word Vayiven, we learn certain things. What do we learn? This is to teach that HaKadosh Baruch Hu contemplated from where in Adam's body to create a woman. Meaning, we all know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created Adam HaRishon first, and then he took his rib bone and made Chava. But it wasn't like, oh, you know what? That rib bone looks tasty. Let me make a person out of it. What the Midrash is trying to tell us is the thought process, the divine thought process that went into why the rib bone and not the toe? Why the rib bone and not the nose? Why the rib bone and not the, one of the fingers? You got 10, maybe take one off. That's it, you got 9. You don't need all 10. Why the rib bone and not maybe, somewhere else? Why this one? He said, I will not create her from the head, so that she will not bear her head proudly, and not from the eye, so that she should not be overly inquisitive. We'll elaborate on these points in a moment. And not from the ear, so that she should not be an eavesdropper, big brother. And not from the mouth, so that she's not too talkative. And not from the heart, so that she should not be an envious person. And not from the hand, so that she should not be one who touches that which is not hers. And not from the foot, so that she should not be one who steps out. Rather, I will create her from a place on the man that is private, that even when the man stands naked, that place is private, in order to instill in her traits of modesty. Meaning, HaKadosh Baruch Hu chose a section of the body that even if a man were to stand naked, it's still covered. And there's really only one part of the body, and that's the ribs. Why? Because your arms are covering it at all times. I mean, even if you walk, you don't walk around with your hands up all the time. Generally, naturally, person covers their ribs. That's modesty. Why? The source had to be modest. Why? To instill modesty in her. Now you're going to say, wait a minute, but we also know that when Hashem first created Adam and Chava, they're walking around naked. So where's the modesty? From here we learn modesty is not only your clothes. Modesty is the behavior of the person. Surely the clothes have to fit the behavior, and the behavior have to fit the clothes. But the point being is that from here we learn that yes, Hashem created them to be naked. Only because they sin are they now, and we are supposed to wear clothes. But modesty was still expressed expected from the moment of creation despite being naked, because modesty in its real source of it is the behavior of a person. So then he continues, and with each and every limb that God created in the woman, he would say to her, be modest, be modest. He put the little finger in there, be modest. He put another finger, be modest. Put another finger, be modest. Another finger, be modest. The jaw, be modest. The toes, be modest. And so on and so forth. Every little inkling of the woman's body, every bone, every, anything that he has in our body, he talked to her and said, be modest. That's your whole job in the world. And yet, nevertheless, God said, and you rejected all my counsels, as it says in Proverbs 125. V'tifreu kol ha'etzati. Despite all my advice, I told every single finger to be modest, every toe to be modest, every leg to be modest, every head to be modest. You still didn't listen to my counsel, he says. You still didn't listen to my counsel. I did not create the woman from the head, yet at times she bears a head proudly, as it's stated in Isaiah 3:16, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, walking with outstretched necks. She walks around conceited. Why? She just finished her diet. She lost 50 pounds, so she wants the whole world to know. Look at me, look at me. Hashem doesn't like that. You lost weight, you gained weight. Who cares? Your husband, Baruch Hashem. You, Baruch Hashem. Everybody else shouldn't even know. Shouldn't even know. Why? It's not their business. If you want your body to be everybody else's business, it's the opposite of the point of your creation. The second you tell the world that your body's public property, you are now literally working against the instructions of the manufacturer. Because he told you the whole point of why I didn't take a piece of Adam Rishon's head and make the woman out of this is so she's not proud. She's not arrogant. But you, talking about your body, talking about your things and this and that, all types of surgeries, what are you doing? You're not listening to Hashem's counsel. And not from the eyes, yet at times she's overly inquisitive. As it's stated, and gazing eyes. What are you doing? Nothing. No, I see you're doing something. Yeah, I'm doing something at my house. Why do you care? You're my neighbor, not my wife. You're my neighbor. Why are you always looking at somebody else's stuff? Why? Oh, did you see, honey? Did you see what they did to their house? No, I didn't see. What happened? Oh, they just got an extension. Oh, why do you care? I don't know. I thought maybe we should get an extension. Do we need an extension? No, but they're getting an extension. It would be weird if they got an extension to their house and we don't have an extension to our house. Why are you looking? Why are you constantly looking at your friend, at your colleague, at your enemy? What business is it of yours? Hashem did not create you from Adam HaRishon's eyes specifically because He wanted that you don't look elsewhere. The only place to look at is your own 4 amot. Your own life. You want to focus your attention? Focus it on your husband. Focus it on your kids. That's it. You have extra time? Honor your parents. That's it. Finished. More extra time? Do chesed. Kindness. Go find some poor people. Feed them. Why are you wasting all this time looking at everybody else's life? Because once you do that, Lashon Hara is its brother. You start looking, you start talking. It's one comes with the other. It's a package deal. 2 for 1. Same price. When you do it, you're defeating your whole point of creation. The greatest investment that a person can possibly do is to invest as much as possible into Cube.
I urge you to open up your heart, open up your wallet, support this incredible cause. By donating, you're not only helping others, but you're also opening the door to divine blessings in your own life by really setting Hashem's children on the right track. Let's make a difference together, one person at a time. Thank you, and may Hashem bless all the sponsors and grow the Bezrat Hashem organization.